Hey, AfterBuzzers. If you didn't know, it's Kevin Undergaro, the executive producer of AfterBuzz, along with my partner, Maria Menounos.
Hi, everybody.
And Maria and I, as you know, have put so much time and money into the AfterBuzz TV product and really haven't seen a lot in return.
Nope, not yet.
But one of the ways you guys can actually help us is by tuning into our new reality show, Chasing Maria Menounos. It premieres Tuesday, March 18th, 10 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central, and features me and Maria basically bickering, fighting.
No, it's not just bickering and fighting. You get an inside look into my life, behind the scenes.
You'll also get a behind-the-scenes look at AfterBuzz.
It's really funny. It's not just bickering, and it's not fake either. So that's actually something
no.
to think about.
It's definitely not fake. It's definitely not fake. But please tune in to Chasing Maria Menounos on Oxygen, Tuesday, March 18th at 10 p.m. All of your support will help AfterBuzz because Maria certainly won't.
So rude.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Chozen After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Chozen After Show.
Well, look at you guys, looking all tough with your hoodies. I am intimidated. I am thoroughly intimidated, you guys.
You have sex and then murder.
All right.
Get with the times, Greg.
Yeah, bro.
He says wearing his white and nerdy sweatshirt.
All right.
Man. Hey, guys, this is AfterBuzz. We're talking about Chozen. This is Season 1, Episode 7. Titled Family Weekend, or How Gary Got His Groove Back. Hey everyone, I'm Greg Goodness.
Yo, I'm Roya Taheri.
Don't
Pound it.
I'm Zach Wilson.
I think I should just walk away. I'm Scott Moore.
I'm continually baffled by you guys. We got a lot to talk about tonight. This was a jam-packed episode. We got moms in, we got dads in, we got Tracy and Chozen as young little toddlers running around eating nothing but wedges. So much to go over.
Salisbury steak?
Not allowed to eat wedges.
Yeah, it was Salisbury steak, right? In the head.
Corn. Only corn. We just have to dive right into the relationship between Chozen and his dad, because definitely not what I expected at all. When I heard that this episode was going to be about Chozen reuniting with his father on campus, I was like, oh man, sparks are going to fly. There's going to be like throwdowns and like, you went to prison, you're a loser, you've messed up your life. But no, instead we get this very subdued Gary, who's just kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, you went to prison. Yeah, you did all this. Was that what you guys were expecting? Because I think you all knew that we were going to be seeing a family reunion tonight as well.
I definitely did think he was going to be like how he was in the episode. I didn't expect him to be like that, how you described it. Because if he was going to be like that, I feel like Chozen would be a completely different person.
Right.
Because he wouldn't do what he did. Yeah. So I definitely I wasn't surprised that that's how his father was.
I agree. Was not surprised either.
Roya, that's an excellent point, because I think that was a big part of this episode, is that Chozen is the exact polar opposite of his dad. Specifically, I'm thinking when, I don't know, maybe he kidnapped the guy who made Gary's life just vaguely more difficult in college. But it was an interesting dynamic to work with, and I do now, in retrospect, see exactly what you're talking about. Because it's sort of like we have all these people who are always, in a way, egging Chozen on and like okay with being in that world. Even Chozen's crew is like,
you have like a little praying mantis on your computer.
Oh,
like a little itty bitty baby. Don't kill it.
I'm not gonna kill it. Super relevant to the conversation, everyone. I have a praying mantis on my computer
It's
screen.
a baby.
Yeah.
Aww.
Just like Chozen was a baby hanging out with his dad.
Running around.
I was super sad, and also it hit a little bit too close to home as coming from a child of a split household, what have you. Him running around looking in the empty freezer, and then Dad just being like, well, I guess it's KFC tonight. Mm-hmm. But it was also interesting because we got to see a return to that super posy young Chozen who's like, yeah, now we get to go to KFC, hooray! And he pretty much has kept that, even though he is now an older, drug-using, hard-rapping adult. We get to see Chozen still being...
He slides into the role he had with his dad.
Yeah, and I think it brings up a good point, too, of like with everybody that a lot of people deal with is wanting their dad, still wanting the approval of their parents, wanting their dad to be proud of them, and you'll do whatever it takes for it to happen. And, you saw that with Chozen kidnapping the guy. It was like he wants to do whatever he can to like make his life for his dad better and make his dad proud of him.
First thing he does is he does a push-up contest.
You don't hear him after 2, though. That's the funny part.
I'm a spaceman.
Yeah, that was great.
When the kid Chozen, when he opens up the freezer and he sees that there's no frozen dinner, and he makes that comment, oh, is it the goblins or something like that? And the dad doesn't correct him and be like, no, there's no such thing. He just, what? No? No, and like he just brushes it off. Kind of another way to show how Chozen is who he is today, because no one's really ever corrected him and told him like that's not it at all.
That's not how you behave.
Yeah.
Well, and you see like the dad too, as a lot of dads that we might know, is like he's sort of beaten down and grinding away at the job, and like he said, and so you kind of see him just being like a dad that just can't even deal with any extra stuff.
Yeah.
The line to me that was kind of poignant, as even though it's very basely put, is shit happens, roll with it. And Dad just got tired of rolling with it, as it appears. But here's what's interesting is that I don't think we ever saw him being a bad dad per se. Certainly a dad that was struggling to raise a very weird child, as Chozen pointed out in his song.
He's proud of Tracy. Super proud. And even says it.
Yeah, he says it. He says it good.
Well, I think in a way too, it's sort of like he's not a bad person, but again, he's struggling to be a dad, and I think he's having a hard time relating to his son, and I'm sure you probably had to deal with a lot of people that deal with like coming out and everything, having to deal with the son in that way. So I think there's he's trying to find a way but he doesn't know how to connect to Chozen. And
he handled that situation very well when he walked in on his son in the little
shed.
In the shed, yeah.
Just took his rake.
Yeah.
Which is weird that he knows that he was looking for a rake. Otherwise, he's just like, well, I guess you could take this. This is like, I don't know, you can use this somehow. Get out of here.
Maybe it was a fall. You just assumed.
Yeah. Why else would you be going into the tool shed?
I think literally like because he fell or something.
No, like the season fall. I know in California we don't have seasons,
I don't
and
know what that means.
What is
raking
that?
leaves.
Like, huh?
You don't rake leaves out here,
No,
but they do that in a lot of places.
Okay.
I don't believe it's a fairy
I
tale.
haven't either. I mean, I feel like I've heard of something like that, but I don't know what that is.
But Dad, it's clear that Chozen has a little bit of his dad in him too, because, and this is such a graphic reveal, that Dad slept with the babysitter, but the only babysitter we ever had was Grandma. And I'm assuming, I pray to God, that it's not on the father's side.
I think we have to hopefully assume that it's
I think that
the
was
moms.
the implication.
Yes, I think that's what we have to go
I'm
with.
you on that. Don't worry.
Right, I think we were
scared.
all agreeing with that.
Yeah.
How
it was the
bad
mom's
is it?
mom.
How bad is it that like we're talking best case scenario? It's like, well, I hope to God it's a Mrs. Robinson situation.
If she looked like the daughter, then I could see.
Apple doesn't fall too far from
Right,
the
so
tree, right?
hey.
It's all just such a vicious cycle.
But it did fall pretty far from the tree with Tracy.
Super far.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, not something that I expected. The sort of dynamic of that whole family was switched up, where you have the party mom who coming in so strong right off the bat with the Fast Times at Ridgemont High-esque opening. Her diving or getting out of the pool with just the t-shirt on.
Yeah, that was
I'll wear a t-shirt too, honey. Don't worry.
And
It's a white t-shirt and she's wearing a black shirt.
You know the animation team was pushing like, can we not have her wearing a bathing suit underneath? Like she'll just wear just the t-shirt, right? such a funny fast cut scene.
That
Just
was
of
great.
the Jesus.
Yeah.
Just every single phallic thing going on
Oh my
all at
God.
once. Yeah.
Which that the
Sunscreen.
kid who squirted sunscreen on her, it moved so quick. I swear I thought it was Troy.
I think we all did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because I just assumed it was. I was like, oh yeah, there's little Troy. Like, didn't even think.
Chosen
about it.
babies, going back to the hood. Chosen babies. I'm just gonna keep singing.
What if
I think you
What if
should.
it was? What if it was like a 12-year-old
But
Troy?
Troy's a ginger. He did not even look a thing
Wasn't
like a
he?
ginger.
Didn't he have
Isn't he
some-
a ginger?
He had the glasses and he had the
Yeah.
same sort of like
But he doesn't-
facial structure.
He did. When he was
Seems
younger, his
so.
hair could change color.
But
Yeah,
Tracy,
similar hair.
I'm gonna
Style.
disagree with you guys.
I know.
on
I'm
that.
just saying it looked like it. I'm not saying it is, but
Oh,
I
okay.
I took it as just assumed it was him. I
I
was
just
like,
want
oh,
to
yeah,
disagree with
virgin.
you. Can I not just
You can disagree with me. Okay, fine. It was him. It was him.
I disagree.
I'm just saying it looked like him, and that would be a hilarious
Yeah.
like
It would be.
backstory to find out Troy's been there the whole
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Been watching you, Tracy. No, man, that would be super great.
I would.
I also like that we're seeing the mother force this side out of Tracy, the party girl side that is so antithetical to her, and that she's trying to keep up with the mom. Because that's an interesting dynamic, because we're talking about how sons are always trying to impress their fathers, and I don't think that applies as much to daughters and moms, or at least I haven't seen that in as many shows. And here you literally have a daughter who's like, I'm gonna go shot for shot with my mom.
You're right. I do think it is a different dynamic, and also you've kind of switched it up with the roles too, with having the party mom and like the responsible daughter, which put a whole other element into that as well.
And again, Chozen being super posy throughout. He's like, yeah, go mom. Show your behind the entire school. Hooray. It was fun to see that. And I don't know. I think it was fun to just have such a wild and out party mom at all. Like,
He doesn't wear underwear on the weekends.
Yeah, because we've seen all these college co-ed women who are just, for lack of a better term, they're sort of like placeholders in the episode where it's like, yay, I want to have sex and I want to get drunk. And here it was a woman who wanted to have sex and wanted to get drunk, but with some emotion behind it. Some real deep stuff going on there.
And hey, Jimmy got laid out of it.
Jimmy did get laid. And also one of my favorite moments of the episode, I just have to squeeze in real quick, is when he does a little nose tap, the discreet nose tap. Excuse me, I have to go do some cocaine.
Not even just do some cocaine. I have to go get high on some cocaine.
And then when he tries to initiate having sex with her, he's just humping the wall.
Yeah.
Like, he just goes at it. Like, you guys should try that at a club or whatever to try and get someone. You should just do that. Just start humping the wall and see if it works for you.
Should try? You mean tried every night for the past 5 years? No, not even close. One reference I didn't get, and maybe I don't want to get it. My mom's a windsock. I didn't quite.
You
it's
don't
'cause
want to
she's,
get
like,
it.
Flowing. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll leave that.
that's.
Oh well. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Wait, guys, can you please explain?
no. I certainly can't.
Enough space to catch air.
We were also going to talk about the accused and what Jimmy might be referencing in the bar, but it is so horrifying that I don't want to bring it up here. I will just say, if you guys want to understand that joke better and you haven't seen The Accused and you want to be horrified, IMDb the general plot summary of The Accused. Because it takes place in a bar and it is not...
It doesn't go well.
It's not a funny scene, as Jimmy pointed out.
Well, the friends, sorry, you just kind of got really depressing right there.
Yeah. No, I just
group
like
of
had a
friends.
1,000-mile stare.
Right.
Yeah.
The group of friends of Tracy when they're sitting in the booth when they're all passed out. Did you see the one friend with puke on her shirt?
Oh yeah,
Like,
had a little dribble down the front.
Bad memories. I'm just kidding.
And look, this
brings
is
it back.
it's true for me too. Tequila does not ever end well.
That's true. I can agree with that. I'm sure there are
Maybe
people
for
who
you.
can
No.
handle their tequila. Tracy's mom, apparently, well, then I guess if you want to talk about like general life choices, maybe didn't work out for her. But yeah, I can see that going on. Hey guys, if you want to check out The Accused, you can probably get it on this program called iTunes. You know what iTunes is? You can go and you can download movies. You can download TV shows. But more importantly, you can download AfterBuzz podcasts about said TV shows.
Huzzah!
Yay! And you know what else you can do? You can help us out. You can rate and you can comment and you can tell us how you think that we're doing, because that's an important thing. Through some crazy algorithm that I will never fully understand, keeps the lights on in here. And I do have to give a shout out. We actually did get someone who did just that, and we appreciate it. That was Alex Jar. Alex Jar. Again, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. I don't know if he wants the full Jar, whatever.
Alajar.
He pointed out that we got to brush up on our rap game because we apparently don't know enough about the history of hip hop, and that's true. I don't know about you guys. I am a casual listener of rap at best, and
This white nerdy sweatshirt represents the deepest I've gotten into the rap game.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that we're missing.
We are. But Alex should tell us.
Yeah, he should comment on YouTube and let us know.
So we know.
Yeah,
we appreciate
be a part
the
of it.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're learning, and Alex, we appreciate you going, giving us a shout out. So keep it coming, you guys. Let us know how we're doing.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alex. We got to talk about this episode. Little kids coming in. Little Archer and little Tracy. Chosen babies. We actually got to see them this episode. And it was so fun because we haven't seen this since the very beginning episode, since the first one, where Chosen is watching his sister like do gymnastics and that sort of thing. And we got to see him now wrestling with his sister. Very good.
Which brought me back to my own childhood memory because my brother actually did that move exactly to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Is that like a standard brother trope that I missed out on?
It was more like I slipped through his hands and then that was his explanation. So, you fell. But he kept going and he's like, yeah, and then I was crying. He's like, oh, and he took me upstairs to make sure I wasn't going to tell my mom and dad. So he literally hand over the mouth, nope, you're okay, you're okay.
And this is all your fault.
Yeah.
And
good
now
times,
you told
good times.
tons of strangers.
Love you, brother.
Your folks are going to give your brother a what for,
Right.
let me tell
be
you.
grounded now.
Explains a lot though, doesn't it, guys?
It does. It does actually. Dropped on your head as a young
That does
child.
explain everything now.
I like how Chosen, we also get to remember just how big of a geek Chosen was. Seeing him run around the house and again, just nothing but wedges and super posy. I don't know. Like, I desperately want to see more of that break out into current day Chosen.
Right. I agree because there's that part of him that is still there and want to be able to see more of that.
I mean, this is more childlike than we've ever seen it. I mean, he's always acting like a bit of a child, but this one is more like, Dad, what time is it?
Right.
Dad, ask me what time it is.
It's almost like we're
Ask
saying
me what
earlier.
time it is.
It's like reverting back to that behavior that you act like when you're with your parents. And
Greg, ask me what time it is.
What time is it, Zach?
Half past revenge.
Such a stupid line, but I love
such a
it.
great
awesome.
line.
It's great
I
because
love
it's
it.
stupid.
Exactly.
And even though we didn't see Chosen and Tracy together, except at the very beginning and the very end of the episode, I think whenever you throw parents in the mix, that's always a good dynamic to like see how you as a brother and a sister are gonna interact. Because we got that again at the very beginning where they're like, you know mom and you know dad, and you have this rare moment of bonding between them where she's actually stealing his cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, sort of Tracy assimilating into Chosen.
Well, yeah, and it made me think too because my own mom's coming into town this week, and I'm like, I could see that, you know, like you get stressed and then you feel like you want everything to be perfect. And...
Dude, my mom's coming into town on Friday.
And you
See,
have
we all
not
could get
prepared
it.
at all. My parents aren't coming.
I don't think I'm gonna have tequila shots though. That's not on the table.
Really? That's a
Oh,
normal
really?
Friday
See,
night
that's
for
me too. That was my mom. Absolutely.
And of course,
Absolutely.
Tracy and Chosen running out at the end, having a very childlike race to get to the bathroom first, which is understandable, but also a fun dynamic to have. I don't know. I want to see them get more together. I got to see them like hash it out as brother and sister a little bit more. We see him as like, Chosen, don't do this. I'm going to do this. But I want to see them connect, man.
Yeah, well, like you're saying, it's almost like they have a closeness, but it's like a roommate kind of situation and the daily stuff. Like you like to see a little bit deeper.
Can't roommate with no boundaries. Where we open on him. Not only was it like bizarre, we open it on Chozen masturbating to Guy Fieri to diners, drive-ins, and dives, but right in the living room where Tracy is right in her bedroom. Yeah, could walk out at any moment,
but he doesn't care.
That's how he rolls, man.
That's how he rolls.
Also, I just have to say the Guy Fieri thing that, of course, I was like, but then I was like, it makes total sense. Like, that is right in line.
Does it freak you out, though?
Guy Fieri and food.
That Chozen, Bobby does Chozen's voice, but he also did Guy's voice. And he's masturbating to his own voice.
If anything, that'd be perfect.
Yes, totally.
All right, guys. I think with that, we got to break on into that spooky theremin music.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
This is actually how you play a theremin, by the way. This isn't just me doing random.
That's officially how. Okay.
I thought you were trying to
I've always
play
wondered.
with the lights. You were doing light magic power. I don't know.
Roya, I know that you hate it when I ask you first, so now I'm going to switch it up. Scott!
I actually came... Whatever.
Great, and now I'm not prepared. No, I'm really not prepared. The thing is about the show is it's really hard to predict because it's all over the place. Because every time I think I know in a direction they're going to go in, then they threw the parent stuff in, which I figured they would have at some point, but I wasn't expecting it this episode. So it's like, what are they going to do next episode?
Super episodic. You've got it there, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
No, I don't either, and I like it. And but it's like, are they going to be back in the college? Or is it going to be a college situation? Is Phantasm going to come back? Which he's going to. If it's not next episode, it's going to be the next 2 episodes, I believe, because we're getting closer now. We're past the midway point. They got to bring that back and the rap battle back. And there was no Crisco or Ricky in tonight's episode either. So I guess I'll predict that they'll be back in next episode.
I'll just go with what I want to happen. I want to see Phantasm just like come back and insert himself into Chozen's life.
And Roya?
The Hunter, I want Hunter to come back in. I want them to go on a date. And then also I want the teddy bear men to come back into the picture.
Please bring the teddy bear men back.
They were kind of in this, but they had no teddy bear heads. They were just men dancing.
I want them to fix that TV. They got to do something about that.
That costs money.
Right, or just buy a new TV.
It's not free like this podcast on iTunes.
Nice.
Look at you with the segues there now. Oh, it's growing up so fast.
All right, guys. Well, that about wraps it up for us. Let's give them one more time where they can find us.
Guys, you can find me on Twitter at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya. And I'm on Instagram with the same name.
I'm Zach Wilson. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at @ZachWilson, and also here at AfterBuzz on Helix, Grim, and Resurrection.
And you can find me on Twitter at SMan80, that's SMN80, and for the Cosmos After Show here on Wonderful AfterBuzz.
Very nice. You can find me at Greg Goodness. That about wraps it up, you guys. Another great episode of Chozen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If that's your thing, we'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.